Hi, I'm Everett. Welcome back to the shop, and we've got a special guest this time. The fella I keep talking about, my buddy Eldon, finally came by. He and his better half came by for a visit, and well, our better halves are inside conniving on us, and so it's actually kind of cool that he's over. I got a whole stack of mail here from friends all over the world. Start off with a couple here. Got a letter here from Craig in Tasmania. Craig sent some stickers. We got lots of stickers to go through. A nice little note here. Appreciate the note and what he said. A couple of stickers for the sticker board, but again, I only have one sticker board, so this way I don't have to stack them up for him. I can just give them straight to Eldon. So,
and my sticker board's starting to look like yours, though.
Yeah, well, it's because we wind up getting a lot of the same stickers. And then as well, I showed these ones a while back from from Maddie, Maddie's workshop down in Eden, New South Wales. And well, I already got mine up on the board, so Eldon gets his. And what was really cool is there's one fella. I want to make sure I pronounce his name correctly. His channel name is Shak Slan. He's Hungarian, and so I sent stickers to him a while back, and he's got a cool little channel with some machining. He also does some streaming of video games, so when you go over there, if you're a hobby machinist, just have to flip through and you'll find him. His fiance drew up some stickers for him. I thought, try to get it straight, I thought that was a really cool logo. So again, all the different channels that we talk about here, there will be links in the description. Go check him out. He's got some interesting stuff that he's done. So, two of them, one for you.
Good.
So we got another letter here from Fred over in Ontario. Fred's Machine Works. I don't know if you haven't seen his channel, go check him out. He's actually got some cool stuff on the go. He does some really cool projects involving welding. He recently made a custom welding positioner. Drive system, whole 9 yards. It was really cool. So yeah, check out Fred.
Good.
So it's, like I say, it's really handy, these here as well. It's kind of cool. He finally got on the sticker bandwagon. Rustanox. Go check out his channel. He does some really cool stuff with his shaper. He's also quite the sculptor. You'll have to see his sandcastles. I really like this guy's sense of humor, and so yeah, thanks Rusty, I appreciate you sending stickers. Got two. Feel like Christmas yet?
Yeah, pretty much.
As well, there was recently the YouTube Machinists Facebook group Tips Blitz. It was really cool during the Tips Blitz because there were all sorts of people all over the world who shared some of their ideas for how to make things better, more efficient, that sort of thing.
And guys that you had probably never seen before, and then all of a sudden we're producing videos. And
that's exactly it. Yeah, he's totally right. I mean, I wound up finding a bunch of really cool channels out of it just from being able to look up the hashtag. And Emma Ritson and John Creasy down in Australia were the ones who put this all together. And I mean, they're very active in the community. And yeah, if you haven't looked it up by odd chance, go hashtag TipsBlitz19 and you'll get some really cool ideas. You know, they sent a letter, and addressed to me. They also sent a letter to Eldon. So,
and I have the same one with my name on it. Yeah. With the same number of stickers. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So we got so we each got a small stack of stickers. Some of these people I have been a subscriber for a little while. Some of them are new to me. JB from Oz. He's kind of a neat guy to listen to. He does a lot of stuff with 3D printing, automation, that sort of stuff. Lee from Tin Barn Time. He's kind of an amusing fella. I like the way he does things. He's he just got a nice, slow, even pace to things, and I like how he approaches things. Another sticker in the envelope was Adventures of the Very Small Lathe. He's got some cool stuff. Again, mini lathe sort of work and some of the different things he's done to adjust and maintain his. Andy Ash Systems, he's kind of got some cool stuff on the go as well. Go check him out. Emma's Spare Room Machine Shop. She and John were the ones that really put on that Tips Blitz, so does a lot of stuff with steam engines. Got a really cool old Lorch lathe. Interesting to see how they do things out down there. Bundy Bear's shed. He's got lots of cool stuff with old tractors. That'll work, that sort of thing. And well, the heater finally went off. We live in Canada. For a good chunk of the year, if we don't burn something, then we freeze to death. So sorry about the heater coming on and off. YouTube Machinists Facebook group. Go check this group out. I'm a recent joinee of this one, but met some really cool people on here as well from all over the world. Laura Kampf. I've been to her channel a few times, and she's kind of a maker using some different media like wood and metal and stuff like that. Definitely worth looking into. Always Sunny in the shop. He's got some cool projects on the go. Yeah, go check him out. Inspiration Metalworks. I know that he makes all sorts of really cool stuff as well. Definitely worth checking out. Keith Fenner, Turn Right Machine Works, does a lot of marine shafting and plasma cam and type stuff like that. He used to be involved with the What's in Your Box. Well, who am I kidding? If you've ever seen my channel, you've seen his. So yeah. And same thing with Keith Rocker. If you've ever seen my channel, you've seen Keith's. He does all sorts of cool stuff with old machinery. I took some notes from him when I was redoing the shaper. So for what it's worth, if any of you would like a sticker from my channel, by all means send me an email. And I've sent stickers all over the world. It's been really fun getting to know people. And yeah, just by all means just say so. But yeah, what we'll do is next time I'm over at Eldon's place, what we're going to do is get a shot of his sticker board. And because you're saying yours is about the same size? So
yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, got a lot of stickers lately. It's been really cool. Like I say, I didn't even realize that the stickers thing was big amongst the YouTube creators until I started taking video and just uploading it. So it is a really neat way to connect with other people and share exposure with each other as far as our channels, and it's just been a lot of fun, especially because sometimes you see the different design ideas that other people have. Yeah, so you get to see, depending on if I sweet talk him, you might even get a nickel tour of Eldon's shop. So
well, probably 2 cents will get you the tour.
He does a lot in a small space, let me tell you. We've actually got a collaboration project that's been on the go. He's already done most of his part of the collaboration.
I think I started a year ago, actually, Everett.
Yeah, I know. It's I'm kind of behind, partly because I kind of keep getting rabbit trailed with different projects for buddies and friends and whatever, and then the shaper came along, and that kind of dominated my time for a while.
So basically, anything that was round turned on a lathe, I did, and Everett's going to do the shaper or mill work, which is in a box up there somewhere.
Actually, I was sitting here. Crud, I just cleaned this place up the other day.
Oh, you mean I have to make these again?
It is here. It is here. Yeah, it's in one of those takeout containers.
Yeah, I think I have to make these parts again, is what you're saying?
Yeah, they're here. Trust me, they're here. Ah, there they are. Yeah, in the drawer of the toolbox. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing again at some point here. I have a couple more projects on the go. One for my boss. I'm working on the shaper vise, a couple things. So it may be snow flying by the time I get on those blocks, but
it's already flying.
You had to say that, didn't you? It is Canada. If snow flies any month of the year here. So one last thing I wanted to mention though is thanks again to Phil and Pierre for the machinist jacks they gave me. That was a huge gift. I appreciate you guys sharing with me. I haven't made a box up for them because a few days after I got them, and I mentioned it, there's a fellow over in Ontario, Paul Devey, who I've been emailing with back and forth quite a bit. He suggested using cigar boxes, and then he one-upped it and said, by the way, you've got cigar boxes coming. So yeah, I got a little box in the mail here, and I took a look at one or two of them just after opening the box. Yeah, I got some you know, really cool ones here. Again, I don't smoke, so I never even thought of using cigar boxes. So they're nice, you know, again, nice crafted wood boxes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some foam, and I'm going to cut it out and make little pockets and glue it in for holding that. He suggested using these for various other tools as well. I think I'd never thought of it. I thought it was a really cool idea of Paul's. This is like this in here. This one's Nicaragua. Yeah, and I mean, they have the little latches or whatever on the front, and there we go. Yeah, there's a little. I'm not sure what that's for. A little blank, but I don't know. There's a cigarillo in here. I guess too bad I don't smoke. But anyway, nice, really nice little boxes. There's that one there. Thomas Hines. What else we got here? And oh, that's a nice deep one. Oh, that's a heavy one. Alec Bradley. And oh, is this one here just lift off? Oh, there's a hinge. Okay, very cool. Just interesting little blanks, but yeah. That one there. Oh, I love that smell of that wood. I'm not sure what kind of wood that is, but it smells good. Granted, it may have the tobacco smell in it too. And here's a nice wide one. Got another Thomas Hines one. So, anyway, I just want to say thanks a lot, Paul. I really appreciate you sending these to me. One will definitely be put to use with the machinist jacks. Make sure they have a nice safe spot to live. I have a couple other loose tools that will go in some of the other ones. And so, yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody. Again, starting this, when I first started making videos, I had no idea I'd be making connections with people all over the world. This has been a lot of fun. And again, you know, people sending stuff in, like, you know, just cigar boxes, and Tony sent me parts for the shaper, and Phil and Pierre sent me a set of machinist jacks, for Pete's sake. I mean, thanks everybody. I appreciate it. I'm I'm amazed at how much this community actually wants to try helping each other. It's been a lot of fun to get to be part of it. So,
yeah. And
yeah.
I'll say too, thanks John for the stickers.
Yeah. So I mean, he never even asked, and John just sent him stickers. So it's just really cool to see how people help each other out in this bunch. We'll put one of these cigar boxes to good use. So hope you find it interesting. Looking at it, as far as how they will sit in there, a couple different ways it can go to arrange it. Thing is, as far as the feet, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that yet. But I'm thinking probably along the lines of doing that. Maybe say that. And then figure out some way of setting in our little stick here for tightening. What I'm going to do for padding is I'm going to use some of this stuff. Again, I'm somewhat cheap for, you know, when I can be, so I can, you know, have a little bit of extra money to spend if I need to elsewhere. This stuff here is sort of a medium to high density, you know, squishy foam that I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I think this came wrapped around a radiator on the tank ends, whatever, in a box when we got one at work. But I got lots of this stuff. It's narrow, so I'm going to have to use more than one strip. Experimenting with some glues. I tried Gorilla Glue, and that went this way, and it makes a snarly, foamy, hard mess that doesn't move. I tried this stuff here, this weld bond stuff, and those are the joints going this way. It will pull apart if I really pull at it. Considering that all the seams this way are going to be in compression, not tension, this I think will work just fine. Because this is not going to reach all the way to the bottom, we'll pull the paper out. What I'm going to do is line the bottom first. Now I'm going to clean it up a little bit more. My wife recently replaced the entryway mat in our house. I'm just going to take a corner out of this. That'll create a soft surface in the bottom there. So we're what? 7.5 inches, otherwise a little over 190 millimeters by even, yeah, say 5 1/4, or roughly 133 millimeters. This cutting board I pulled out of the, out of a pile in bulk garbage day this spring. Every spring city that I live in, we have a bulk garbage pickup, large item pickup, and I admit that's one of my fun days of the year. Hop in the truck and just go around finding good stuff. Well, that's the 1.5. I'm not worried about this little corner. It'll be hidden away. Yeah, my wife actually threw this carpet out, as I say, but my problem is I'm such a pack rat because you never know when something's going to be useful. All right. I'll clean up the sticks a little bit and whatever, but yeah, a little bit of trimming and that will work just fine. So with the box now lined in the bottom, I took the carpet or that thin rug and flipped it over. This is the rubber backside. Again, it's just something to protect the bottom of the box. Our strips are going to be not wide enough, as I say, to do even 2 pieces. We'll have to do about 2.5. So now it comes down to on which end do I put the gap. So once that squishes in, that will look just fine. So as far as arrangement and layout here, what I'm thinking is, say something like that. Put these together as a stack, and then the 2 feet. Just poke holes for the feet. So I'm thinking something along those lines. Okay, so as far as the rough shape, this is basically it. I'm gonna have to clean up the edges a little bit. It's about the best I could do with a razor knife. As far as the as feet are concerned, the little nubs here, or the journals, are roughly 3/4 of an inch or 19 millimeters across, which are just a little bit bigger than a piece of 1/2 inch EMT conduit. So I took a small chunk, sharpened the one end on the lathe, and we're going to use that to poke our holes. And I wish I could have made the other holes as clean, but c'est la vie. There we go. Probably repurpose these as earplugs. Actually, they don't work too badly as earplugs. Anyway, so our next step is gluing this whole thing together. Now I'm going to glue the back side of it to the mat in the bottom, and we're also going to put glue along the seam edges here. Again, it would have been nice to be able to use a solid chunk of foam instead of having to piece it together. But I did check at my local crafting store, and the ladies there kind of gave me a bit of a blank stare when I was explaining what I needed. They have cushion foam for making pillows and, you know, things for couches and such, but not really the sort of stuff that I would need for making tool holding boxes. First one. And yes, I understand my cuts weren't done completely squarely, I know. Sadly, the one razor knife wasn't super sharp, and I wonder if a hot knife setup would have worked better, but I don't have one. There. And now, finally, the bottom piece. No, it's not perfect, but it will suffice for my needs. And to keep everything in shape, I'm just going to wrap the parts in a little bit of plastic so that nothing sticks. And we'll put the parts of the jack set into it. So yeah, I don't know, I think that looks okay. I mean, the bags will be gone, but everything will sit in there nicely. The lid closes. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the glue to dry. So yeah, I know there hasn't been as much coming out of this shop for the last couple weeks as far as video is concerned. I've had a couple projects on the go, but haven't really edited much on that. It's been also a little bit tricky getting time to get out here while still having enough energy. I'm finding, especially with having a young child around, sometimes when I have the time, I don't have the energy. So for what it's worth, there is still stuff happening here. Thanks everybody for sticking around. I will get back to the shaper soon. I'm currently in the process of cleaning up the vise to make it usable, and we'll start doing a bit more on that. In the meantime, just wanted to say thanks again everybody for all the mail in the last few weeks here. Thanks again to Paul Deavy for the cigar boxes and the cool idea for the tool storage. I mean, I know with an actual solid chunk of foam and a little better method of cutting, I could have made this nicer, but this will work just fine for my purposes. And I think it came out fairly reasonable, actually. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you even if you haven't subscribed, thanks for coming by and spending some time here. Thank you everybody for whoever's put down comments and the likes and such. And thank you everybody for the emails and the notes and the kind words that you've all sent. I do appreciate the support. We all do this for fun. I mean, apart from a few who, hey, if it's your job, great. But most of us do this for fun. And it's just really neat to connect with people and to hear from others. And, well, from hearing from others who have similar setups and do similar projects. It's really fun. So anyway, till next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.